The topics that we'll cover in this course include an introduction to Windows Server 2022. In this module, I'll cover the additions of Windows Server, the hardware requirements, the different deployment options, licensing, and several other topics. In Module 2, we'll cover Active Directory domain services. This is going to cover Active Directory objects including users, groups, computer accounts. I will also cover group policy, Active Directory replication, different administration tools to manage Active Directory, and I'll also cover Windows PowerShell in this module. Module 3 will cover the Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol, or DHCP. This is used to automatically assign IP addresses to clients on your network. In Module 4, I'll cover Managing DNS, the domain name system. I'll cover how name resolution actually works. We will cover DNS records, zones, and other components directly related to DNS. Module 5 is Implementing File Servers and Storage. In this module, I will cover various permissions so you can manage access to shared folders in your environment. I'll also cover how you can set quotas so you can limit how much can be saved to certain directories. I will implement file screens so you can actually manage the type of data that can be saved. So if I don't want someone to save audio files, video files, just a certain type of data I don't want to be saved, I can implement a file screen to actually block that. I will also cover how to manage volumes, storage pools, data deduplication, distributed file system replication, and several other topics. Module 6 is Implementing Hyper-V Virtualization. Hyper-V is Microsoft's virtualization technology that allows you to deploy virtual machines on your operating system. So I could have one physical server and I could run multiple virtual machines on that server. In that module, we will look at the full configuration, networking, storage, everything associated with Hyper-V. In Module 7, I will cover implementing Windows print servers on Windows Server 2022. This gives me the ability to manage multiple printers from one single server. In Module 8, I will cover disaster recovery on Windows Server. We will look at the backup and restore capabilities natively built into the operating system. In Module 9, I will cover implementing and managing SAN storage and failover clustering. So if you have services like file servers in your environment that you need to always be working, then you have to have a solution to make those highly available. A combination of our SAN storage and failover cluster gives us that capability. In Module 10, I will cover implementing WSUS, which stands for Windows Server Update Service. With this service, I can manage all of the Windows updates that I want to deploy to my client computers, like Windows 10, Windows 11, and all of my server operating systems. So it'll give me centralized control over managing all of those updates. In Module 11, I will cover implementing remote access on Windows Server. We will look at how I can configure Windows Server to allow connections from my users wherever they are in the world. They could be at home. How can I configure my Windows Server to allow that user to authenticate directly over the public internet and then access resources inside our corporate network as if they're in the office? We will cover that concept and then walk through a full deployment on the server side and on the client side. In Module 12, I will cover performance monitoring in Windows Server, and we'll look at the native tools built in to help us monitor everything from processor, memory, storage, network, reliability, and even some tools to help us troubleshoot various types of problems that we may encounter.